everybody, John with Thomas Music Guitars. Got this beautiful old Epiphone Triumph, and we're going to make a new pickguard for it. First thing I did was find a picture online and traced it out on some cardboard and just made a piece and cut it until I thought it fit well. And our customer wants it on this material, and this will be like a black, white, black reveal once we put the bevel on it. And we should be able to get a piece right out of there. All right, so first step, find what you like, make a cardboard cutout, and now we're going to go make a template that we can put on top of our pickguard material, and we'll saw it up, router it, and stick it on the guitar. So stay tuned if that's something that interests you. All right, let's go out to the wood shop. All right, welcome to the wood shop, everybody. So first thing I did was cut this 1/4-inch piece of MDF, and I put my cardboard template on here, and I'm just going to trace around it with this handy mechanical pencil, like so. And I'm using the factory edge right there, so I know I got a nice flat edge. There's my shape. I'm going to take it over here to the bandsaw and give it a quick chop. I'll move you in a little bit closer. There you go. Okay. Watch your ears. Yeah, it won't get that loud. Here we go. Right. There you go. There's our basic shape. Now I'm going to bring it over here and fine tune it on the rigid oscillating sander. First, I'm going to hook up my vacuum to it. Oh, it's already hooked up. I'm going to turn it on. All right, let's get our fine shape on. I'm pretty happy with that. Always check your transitions. See, that might be a little sharp there, so I might need to soften that. Check your transitions over here. When I say check, I mean check it with your hand, and you could feel little bumps in there if there's anything, because whatever you do on this template is going to be telegraphed then onto your pickguard material. So check it all over. Knock the rough edges off, and now we could stick this onto our pickguard material and make a rough bandsaw cut of the pickguard material, and then we'll tape this to it and we'll run this on our router, and that's what we'll do next. All right, folks, it's a little chilly today. Hope you're staying warm. As promised, we're gonna trace this, and I'm more scratching into the plastic with this than actually making a mark with the ink. So this will scratch through the protective plastic layer and provide a nice surface for us, or a nice line for us to follow when we're at the bandsaw. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Sweet. All right, let's go over to the bandsaw. Bam. Not far to travel in the tiny workshop. Okay. I know it feels like you were just here because you were, but we were cutting a template. Now we're actually cutting the real material. Look, down periscope. Here we go. Down, down, down. A little tilt. All right. There you go. You got a front row seat. Let's do it. Now with this, I don't know if I mentioned, but you have to cut it proud of the line, because when we put our template on and bring it over to the router table, we're going to need some meat to take off. So I'm trying to leave at least a 16th. Between a 16th and an 1/8 of an inch. An 1/8 of an inch is a little heavy. So you want to keep it closer to about a 16th. Today is Thanksgiving Day in the United States. I don't know where you're from, or I don't know, maybe you celebrate that type of things at some other time of the year, but today is Thanksgiving, so we're having a whole bunch of people over for turkey later. We got to get the turkeys in the oven by 11 o'clock. I don't know what time it is. It's probably like 8:30 here. So we got a little bit of time. A little bit of time to make pickguards. All right. So there you have it. I'm going to set up my router table and tape this to our MDF template. And then we will start routing. I'll show you how that goes in just a minute. Okay, folks, here we are at the router table. And for this operation, I'll be using the Manitool Insert Flush Trim upper bearing bit. It's the RC-2400. And this has two blades on it, and they're replaceable and reversible. And that's pretty handy because I've spent a lot of money on bits, and then once they go dull, I have to toss them out. But this, I could just buy the replacement bits. And I think they're 11 or 12 bucks a piece. So much more affordable. I've had really good luck with this. Very minimal chatter. It's pretty big, so you got to run it at a lower speed. So the router I have is a Bosch it's got an adjustable speed. I can't see the number. I think it's spun around on the other side, but it's your typical large Bosch router motor. All right, so we're gonna go with some double-sided tape. This is X-Fasten. You can use carpet fastening tape for this if you like. Folks have good luck with that. Any kind of good thin double-sided tape will work. Or you can even do the super glue and masking tape trick. That'll probably work for you if you're so inclined. I always keep one of these at every bench that I have. And this is just a small X-Acto, and comes in handy for just about everything. All right. Take all the dust off of your piece. Let's put that down here. And then place it carefully so that you got a little bit of meat around every spot on the whole pickguard outside of the template. Just like that. So I see I've got meat all the way around. Okay, make sure you're good and sticky. Put your safety gear on. Okay, folks, here we go. See what I did there? I was going to run the bearing against the material. I need to flip it this way. And the reason I'm doing it this way is because when I put my 45 bit in there, I'm going to run it this way, and the bearing's going to roll along that. Okay, let's do it again. Done. And what's neat about this is you end up with all these cool little checkered things. They get everywhere. Nice. We'll vacuum those up and we'll move on to the next operation. Okay, folks. So now I've got a 45-degree bit with top bearing. So I've got a bearing on top, and this here cuts at 45 degrees, and you can get those at any home improvement store. And what I'm going to do now is flip this whole mess over. Remember, when we cut the edges, we ran it this way. Now I'm going to flip it over, and my bearing is still going to ride on the template, but I'm going to cut my reveal. And what you need to do is do a couple of test swipes, and I've already done this. Do a couple of test swipes and make sure that it's cutting the way you want it to, with the proper amount of reveal, and then go ahead and make your cuts all the way around. I've also marked my template, and I typically do this with some sort of marker so I know where the bevel is not going to go. This edge I want to stay flat, so I've marked it with the red, and that way when I'm rolling around here and paying attention to my cut and where my fingers are in relation to the cutter, when I see this, I'll know that I need to stop. All right, let's give it a whirl. I can turn the speed up on my router for this operation a little bit. Otherwise, you can get chatter marks. So that's what that looks like at this point. It's starting to look like something now. All right, let's go have a look at it on the guitar, and then we'll lay out for our mounting hole here and our mounting hole up here. All right, here's how it looks on the guitar. Very nice. Now, I'm missing the front bracket, so what I'm going to do is make one out of this, looks like 16 gauge stainless. There's a little hole just under the neck here, and based on what I see, I'm going to have to lower this bracket or take about a 1/16 of an inch off of this front edge, and then we could place our hole in there for our fastener. And our other fastener that hooks into the pickguard will go up here in this area. So I know what to do with this piece. So let's just leave that there. And when I line this up where I expect it to go, I know that if I project these lines straight back from the rear pickguard mount, one going about right there, and again I'm going plus or minus a 1/16 of an inch here, because that's the kind of tolerance I have based on bending this little bracket and putting it where I want it in the future. Now, where exactly is that slot? Okay, it starts here and ends here, so I've got a good 2.5 inches of travel there. So I know that if I put my hole right here, right about in the middle, I'll be okay. Now, I've looked at other pickguards online, and their mounting hole is about in the same spot. So that should do it for us. I know I need to put a hole right there. There you go. We're going to put a hole right there for a small countersunk screw. And the width of this slot looks to be about 100 thousandths. Let's check it with some dial calipers and see how big it is. Yeah, so it's 1/8 of an inch, 125. So we could use a number 8 or a number 6 fastener, whatever we have handy. All right, so I'm going to go back out to the shop, and I think I'll leave this here for now, and I'm going to cut this tiny bracket, and we'll pick it up there. A little bit of eyeball engineering. So it's going to be about that far off the bottom. Bam. There we go. Alright, here we have it. There's a new pick guard for an Epiphone Triumph. Alright, sweet. Should we peel this extra layer off? Let's do it. We'll get the full shine effect. All right. Oh yeah. go. It looks a bit new for the age of the rest of the guitar, but you know, what are you going to do? If the customer wants it relicked, we can let him take care of that. All right. So if this was interesting, or if you want to see more, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions about the whole process or anything for that matter, just leave it in the comments, and I'll do my best to get back to you in a timely fashion. I hope you all have a great weekend. Like I said, it's Thanksgiving here in the United States, and it's traditional to eat turkey. So I'm about to go and put the turkeys in the oven. So you got to cook for about 3.5 hours. And we're going to have a feast, and just be grateful for all the good things. And, you know, guitars are one of the things I'm grateful for. And I'm grateful for all of you. So hope you have a good one. And remember, every machine is a smoke machine if you don't use it properly. Peace out.